Hello, hello. Let's give people some time to get in to where we need them to be. As in here, watching. I don't know. I don't know how today's stream is gonna go yet. So I'm just gonna kind of try to get started. I did notice this. Hi. Hey, Miss Listens. Yeah, I noticed that when I was finding my thumbnail art for today. I have no idea how I'm going to be feeling about my stream today, so let's just...
If you were in charge, would you keep the board around?
Of course. Even with all their faults, they are the best chance to maintain order in the colony.
I suppose I can appreciate the structure of things. Long as the folks at the top have got the right heads on their shoulders.
So, we'll see how today goes. That being said, it is apparently time to get Nyoka. And Vicar Max some perks. Okay, now back to the map. We are wanting to go into Stellar Bay for the other part of this quest. So yeah, today's been different. Yeah, today's been different. But we're getting to a better day. We're going to try and make things better.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
Game
I'll
isn't
note
very
it next
happy
to
right
the
now.
others, sir.
Well, new business turns up at last.
Seems like it.
Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
It's very generous of you.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
Me, I'm charting my own path, going where the wind takes me.
What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Alcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for salt tuna.
Afraid not.
Oh, a shame. I'd been saving a bottle of iceberg aged whiskey for an occasion like this. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
Seems like it. What exactly are you trying to accomplish?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now.
So-called is right. We've got our hazards, but we're still here, damn it. The board took off without so much as a thought for the folks left behind.
Seems like it.
Something to be said for perseverance. I endeavor to persevere myself.
Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
And you're tired of scrounging and scraping by? Was that it?
Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
I don't know what intellectualism means, but if someone's willing to build us a few practical things around here, I ain't gonna judge them on account of their beliefs.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
So, what do you want me to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
A lot of good that'll do. They'll just find another reason to turn tail and abandon you.
Not if we secure the proper safeguards first.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Enough preamble. What's the plan?
It's a two-pronged approach. The first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
You do seem to have a bit of a Raptidon problem.
And a Mantisaur problem. And a Marauder problem.
Many, many problems, but they can all be solved with a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Bolt 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Where do I find one?
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. These days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Okay. I'll see what I can find.
So taciturn, so dour. I'll be waiting with bated breath. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Sure. Before I go, I need to ask you about something.
What can I do for you?
I need MSI to stop broadcasting. You're jamming Devil's Peak Station.
You're just as rigid as the old executive committee. Why, we've hardly been able to get a clear message out until recently.
When Graham finally shut up.
Praise the architect for that.
It isn't easy keeping a town like Stellar Bay afloat, especially without the board's backing. We need that frequency to reach our trading partners.
There must be another way for you to do business.
Indeed. That's why it's imperative that MSI be reinstated onto the board. And the first step is getting the Bolt 52.
Okay, I've got to go.
If I hear you say survival of the fittest one more time, I'm gonna lose it. Survival's about persistence and luck.
So weapon proficiency and adaptive skill play no part whatsoever, in your mind.
If it does, it ain't enough. I've gone and outlived the best hunters I ever knew.
It is neither luck nor random chance. At times, destiny may not seem fair, but there is a reason for life events, even if that reason is not immediately obvious.
Please. Nature's only got one reason for death. To feed the one still standing.
You're not entirely wrong. You're just also not entirely right. Thing is, there is a level of fitness that goes into whether you survive or die. So like listening to that, just think about it like this. If the person who is a million times better than you at hunting goes out and goes on dangerous hunts every single month of the year, they put themselves in harm's way 12 times a year. Whereas if you are only going out once a year, then you only need to roll the dice one time per every 12 times they're rolling the dice. Even if they're 100 times better than you, a 12-to-1 risk ratio is a big difference. But if you had absolutely zero skill in hunting and you still went out and went hunting on one of those dangerous trips, you have a significantly lower chance of coming back from each one of your dangerous trips than the person who has lots of skill.
Bring us with us. Down they go.
Oh, here we go.
So it's not that there's no correlation between survival and skills, but there's also it's not a perfect linkage between those two things. There is, as usual, some level of luck in the world. But part of luck is being prepared for the situation at hand.
I'll show them how it's done. We're destined to die.
So,
Incoming. That's the last of them.
so that's why they're both right. And that's why having a black and white perspective on the world is not the right perspective on the world. Because the answer's usually in the gray area. For some reason. Weird, isn't it? Bits, money, bits, ammo, bits, armor parts, terminal. Sanjar, bad habit of padding his reports with numbers and statistics. Not very good with slogans, jingles, or taglines. Presentations tend to be dry and lacking in emotional appeal and funny references. Sanjar also displays a noted tendency to complete work rather than delegating it, a trend unbecoming in upper management. All in all, Sanjar's work habits suggest a preoccupation with details and a startling lack of vision. We cannot recommend him for further advancement. Needs improvement in the following areas: interpersonal communication, brevity, delegation, idea generation. I mean, that sounded about right. Further supervision. Impressive. Low-level editor. Memorable slogans and taglines. Issues with brevity. Consistent disregard for prescribed fonts and formats. Oh. Dora, recommended for promotion. Brief, compelling presentations supported by catchy slogans. Top-notch, delegation-wise. Lengthy meeting around any topic and emerge with plenty of work assigned. I'm not going to delete any of those. Especially if it's as long as it's optional, I'm not going to delete it because that's fun. It's a way for me to play anti-corp while helping the corp out. Look at all these bit cartridges I'm just getting for free. Okay, borscht and beans.
Hello? Hello? I hear boots out there. Wait, can rats hear boots? Get away!
Sorry, I'm just messing with you. Who's in there?
Oh, thank the Eternal. I'm Huxley. Hux if you're lazy. I'm stuck. My friends and I were scavenging here, and a Manta Queen showed up. Then Raptidon, who's a void-blasted mess. I ran in here and, now the door's locked. Little help?
Well, I need access to I need to get in that room.
Phew. Thanks, mister. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. Probably got munched. So look for a dead guy, I guess. Or a rat. Maybe it's in a rat belly.
Yee.
Gross.
I'll take a look around. Apparently, my lockpick skill is way down, and I sold off all my armor. That's fine. Like, all my armor. All of it, all of it. Hop. Ow. I broke my leg. That's what you get for hopping off a second story of a building. Whee. But yeah,
Phew. Thank you so much. It was getting all stuffy in there, and I was getting a mite lightheaded, and I think maybe I was gonna die. Now I'm out here, and I'm headed back to Amber Heights.
Still landing yourself in trouble, eh, Hux?
Oh, hi, Nyoka. You mind giving me an escort back home? Oh, you're traveling with someone. Never mind.
you sure you're okay to travel?
Oh, sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy, and hey, who's your identical, slightly blurry friend?
Good luck.
Thanks a lot, mister.
Well, that's fun. Bolt 52 cartridge, mag pick. And another mag pick. So the things that I said in the early bit of this series, I still stand by them generally, but there's a few caveats with them now. So I was talking about this game as if it was similar to Fallout, and it is in a surprising number of ways. But there's a limitation with that. I have to say that with a caveat now.
Careful. Only things you'll find in the ruins are liable to shoot you or eat you. Or both.
What am I
believe
trying?
This
No,
place has seen better days.
what am I trying to say? It is fine. The game is fine, but it doesn't have quite the same gameplay loop that Fallout New Vegas has. So it has the humor down pat. I enjoy the gunplay, but the gameplay loop is just not quite as nice or as open as Fallout's is. And I think that is to its detriment. I think that's to the detriment of the Outer Worlds. And I'm trying to figure out how to say that, how to talk about that. But so like leveling up, when you level up and you get perks, the perks in Fallout almost always feel like they do something big. But like, yeah, 50% base health, sure. 25% time dilation meter. 25% damage when alone. Like, there's a lot of these here that they're when you're alone. Or it's just... And they're very... They're not situational, but they're not amazing.
Be careful with your new friends in Amber Heights. They're not the most reliable types. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Found the cartridge.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Try to control yourself, sir.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less.
How exactly is a data cartridge going to help?
What a question! Bureaucratic micromanagement is the only way anything gets done in Halcyon, and proper documentation is a key part of that. For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
Spare me the details and just tell me what comes next.
Corporate espionage. How was that, Celia? Did I sell it?
Your best delivery yet, sir.
Promise me that once I've helped you, that with this, MSI will stop its broadcasts?
Help us with this final matter and we won't need to broadcast anymore. You have my word.
Okay.
I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch. Illegally.
Well, I saw
and in
Slug.
secret.
Those bastards. Leave us to our perils, then come back just to reap what they can.
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board.
What does that mean for me?
If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are.
Okay. I know how to make people talk.
Oh, I imagine you do. But as much as I love your can-do attitude and dangerous gravitas, Catherine handles all of our shipments. So it would be best if you could leave her in one piece. Is that how you people put it?
I left you in one piece. Close enough.
Once you, subtly work out where this corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its operation. Maybe some nice letterhead. Or someone working there. That would do it.
I'm on it.
I knew you were the right person for the job. I suppose I'll leave you to it.
I've got to go. So I'm thinking that what I was trying to say is like the gameplay loop is very different, and so this is much more story centric. You have a lot more limitations with where you can go in your with where you go in your story during your story progress. And I think that is to the detriment of this game compared to Fallout New Vegas, which is the game that I keep mentally comparing it to. Now, I will say that I play the first dozen hours of Fallout New Vegas, or I have played it the first dozen hours a lot, and then I don't play beyond that very often. So
Keep your wits about you. This is sublight territory.
Fallbrook's great. Anything you want, they've got it. So long as you've got the bits.
Exciting isn't quite the right word, but I think that the gameplay just isn't as good. Catherine?
Uh-huh. You blind, fella? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
Sorry to trouble you, Ms. Malin. I understand you're a terribly important figure in these parts. Perhaps you could point me to a man by the name of Reginald Cheney.
That sprat shit better not have brought trouble into my town. He's a long-term renter. Easily replaceable. Check his domicile. Whatever happens, I don't fucking care. Just keep the mess from staining my little nugget of paradise, and we'll be grand.
By nugget of paradise, you mean piece of manta dung? Then sure.
You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine. But first, I'll need to know what brings you, stranger. Well, I'm half listening.
Actually, I'm a fixer for your sublight problem.
Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia.
Cut to the chase, Malin.
All right. One of my runners uncovered a cache of Alta Vitae gas, left in a lab when the board abandoned Cascadia. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe.
I can get it done.
I do like your gumption, but let's not be hasty. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders. The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through, or figure out some other way to exterminate. Maybe the ventilation system?
Our Sawbones Ellie could probably cook something up.
I shall leave the details to you. Now, after you clear the mantis nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead.
Good thing we have an engineer. Parvati will handle it.
Dandy. Did I mention the gas is of an extremely volatile nature? Handle it with the utmost of care. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. But before you make your run, I could use a heavy helping hand regarding a local issue. For a fine fee, of course.
I might be interested.
Good. This particular matter of opportunity has been eating at me for a while now. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that.
I get the feeling this is going to involve murder and mayhem.
Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it for me.
Okay. Easy as eating a cysty pig pie.
Guess you've got it figured out then. Good. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut, or his production lines ought to make do.
Okay. Say I wanted to sabotage the factory.
Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery.
Sounds good.
It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be. How's Clive? I do hope you gave him my regards.
I haven't left. Let's talk about something else.
Sure.
Sanjar said you know something about a corporation operating in secret on Monarch.
Might be I know something about it. Might be someone hired my crew to blind drop supplies on the northern bridge. Might be they sure as shit weren't pirates. Now that I consider it, I ain't heard from my delivery team in far too long. Find them for me, and I'll pay you handsomely.
For sure. I'll check it out.
And I'll thank you kindly for it.
Okay. That's enough for now. So.
Catherine's great, ain't she? She'll pull you out of the sulfur, so long as you don't mind being in her debt.
Weapons from the Void, The Empty Man. We have 2 quests right in here.
Efficient, clever, ruthless. I like her.
I test every product myself to assure maximum customer satisfaction. If you doubt it, I can show you my lower back rash.
Interesting.
No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
It's deal. Interesting. Datapad contains personal journal of Mercer Cole. Okay.
You shopping for pre-owned or new? If you bloody it, you buy it. Store policy.
Let me see what you got for sale. Any weapons look interesting. Gyrosight, Magnum. Yes, please. I would like that. I just want I just want a revolver, please. Revolver Mark III. Actually, okay, 703 DPS for within this revolver. Okay. Yes, please. Oh, I need to this one too.
This is Reginald's stuff, all right, but it looks like he's not home. Let's search the room. Try to figure out where he's gone.
Report. I can't believe I'm still stuck in this law-forsaken town. But at least I think I may have finally found a spot with promise down the tunnel on the riverbank outside of town. Produced 1 nugget and 2 teeth. I wonder if I can find a dentist who'd pay something for teeth.
Sounds like Cheney's gone gold panning down on the river. I guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
Okay, I think that there. There's one more up there. The Empty Man. That is another exit, I'm guessing. No, it's not. Okay, well, while we're here, let's go check it out. And what's my current damage? 952? Yeah, that's the problem, but I can upgrade the magazine.
Always imagined Falbert would be.
If you're feeling like the civilized type, the waterfall's a good spot to wash your clothes.
Vicar.
What do you want? Oh, hey, Vicar Max. What are you doing on Monarch? I thought scienticians ain't welcome here.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living off my goodwill. Well, guess what? My goodwill's exhausted, along with my temper.
Well. This guy doesn't look like much a scholar, Max. Care to explain?
This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about finding a scholar. But I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to inflict massive amounts of pain on this guy.
Maybe he didn't know the book was in French.
Oh, he knew. Didn't you? Didn't you?
Okay, I admit it. I was tired of your high and mighty speechifying all the time. It was just a joke, I swear. I didn't mean nothing by it.
See, Captain? I've dealt with this swine before.
Okay.
I know how he thinks. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. I was about to beat you. Severely.
Wait! I know who can translate the book for you.
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. Will punishing you fix any of that? Of course not. But by law, it will make me feel a whole lot better.
Max, stop. It's not too late. Maybe the answer you've been looking for is in that book.
Okay. Talk, Reggie.
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the mining outpost there.
It sounds kind of flimsy to me.
It's true. My father collected some extra bits on the side by diverting some of the supplies to the gal. The way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it turned out to not only be French, but banned as well.
What do you say, Vicar?
Fine. We've got more important things to do anyway.
Okay. Pop out to the region. Weapons from the void. Errors unseen. Okay, well, we're gonna go to the Falbert Crossroads and go get on top of this current quest.
There's something weighing on my mind. I want to thank you for talking some sense into me back there with Cheney. It has been a long time since I gave in to my violent enthusiasm.
Never mind that. Why'd you feel the need to lie about Cheney?
You're right. I owe you an apology. I've been so obsessed for so long. I couldn't see anything else. You offered me a place on your crew, friendship, and I used you to get to Cheney. And even then, you saved me from myself. I don't know if I could live with myself had I gone through with it.
Mm-hmm.
You owe me nothing, I know, but I'm begging your forgiveness.
I understand. We all get a little obsessed sometimes. You're forgiven.
Thank you. I promise I'll be nothing but truthful from this point forward.
What was it like being in prison?
Oh, exactly as you'd imagine. Can't say I enjoyed the stint. It did provide me with plenty of time to think. The way I see it, the universe was snapping me back to where I needed to be. You stray too far from the course of your destiny, the world will try to correct for it.
Let's move on. Hi, Nyoka.
Here we go!
Don't mess with us. Solid kill.
I'll take all that. I don't really need the assault rifle, but do-do-do.
Hello there. A word, if I may be so bold? Well, now, wait a minute. I still hear those sores crying across the way. How is it you're here and they're still alive?
Sores? What are you talking about?
Mantisaurs. They're all over these parts. I thought I was fleeing to safety, but here I am, and here the bridge ain't. I don't suppose you'd mind stopping a minute and helping me out? Those beasts don't seem to want to leave. I'm of the mind they need forceful convincing.
Yeah, all right.
Here we go!
So is that it? I was like, I thought I killed everything, but apparently there was a manta queen that I hadn't killed yet. That looks really weird.
Ah, blessed silence at last. I appreciate the assistance. Name's Weston. Every once in a while, I set up shop along these here roads. You find yourself in need of resupply, you come on by. Care to purchase a thing or two?
Show me what you have. Nothing interesting. Yeah, nothing interesting. Okay. Ow, pain.
Looks like they were ambushed.
We ought to be quick about this.
Trail of blood leads away from the autoloader. Smuggler tunnel. Yikes indeed. Let's go ahead and pop our revolver in, because that's light ammo. Interesting. Sprat. A sprat hide. Nice to have. Whoa, hop back. Oh. Okay. I'm sure you would love to have a secret passage to your to the library. Oop. I think that kind of fits into every single one of your loved tropes. If I remember correctly. Just gonna sit there after me shooting.
Stay back. I may be wounded, but I'm still armed.
How'd
you get past my traps anyway?
Did you not hear me shooting? You call those traps? I've seen nannerpeels that were more dangerous.
Well, you don't gotta be mean about it. What are you doing out here anyway?
Let me take a look at your wounds.
That feels a mite better. Wish I had something to give you, but I gnawed through my last spratwurst an hour ago.
What's with all the traps?
Cave like this makes a handy place to store goods or hide out for a spell. And the traps usually keep gawkers out.
Catherine told me some of her couriers had gone missing out here.
Nice to know she cares. Catherine had us making drops for some big shot client out here. And before you ask, I don't know who they are. Or were. The whole point of making drops in the middle of nowhere was to keep their identity and whereabouts a secret.
Sure. You think they're dead?
The Marauders knew we were coming. Rigged the bridge with explosives and everything. If they found us, my guess is they found the client too.
Interesting. Where'd the Marauders go?
Last I saw, they were heading back up the hill. You'll see it on the right when you get out of here. If you got the sand to go after him, I'm sure Catherine can reward you for your trouble. Me? I'm headed back to Fallbrook, just as soon as I've caught my breath.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you on 1, you on 2, you go on 3.
Great work.
So yeah. You don't need to pay me. I just paid myself. Okay. Chemical compound purposefully released. Not an accident. Yeah, being completely honest, I have no idea what I was about to say there. Never mind. Blip. But, I just walked through fire. It's gonna be a good day. Even if the frustrating things happen, it's still gonna be good. So I already have today's cover finished. Yeah, yeah. Definitely one of the best parts of Saturday.
Nailed it, Cap.
Nice.
Please, you don't have to do this. Just let us down from here. The humidity is really uncomfortable. Come out and play.
Here they come.
Tear them apart!
Fate shines on us today.
Look, I didn't mean what I said about your outfit. It's very fashionable, I swear.
As bystanders, does this make us complicit?
Interesting. And I jumped off of a second floor of the second floor of a building again. Probably.
stood in our way.
You should not have stood in my way. Indeed. So what is going on in here?
Here we go. Incoming.
Me doing a lot of damage to people is what's going on here. Sanjar with the data cartridge.
I am a storm.
She's dead. Let's check out weapons from the void. They're here somewhere. There it is. How far am I from leveling up? Tech skills +5. Okay, well, we have some exploration to do because we need to get into there so we can get whatever this is. So we go ahead and come up here. We went over this way, right? Yeah, we did. There's bypass shunts on the floor. Let me get rid of some of this armor. Anything over here? Not really sure of the point of that.
Impressive, as always.
But it seems like there must have been a point to it, because I could do it. Just like hopping up here. Don't think there's a point, but I did it anyway. Jumpy puzzles. Jumpy puzzles. Crunch. Okay. Weird. So... Is there anything that would give me hack? Interesting. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Well, I guess we'll be coming back here later. Can we fast travel here? We can. Okay. Okay. Into Stellar Bay. It's 3. We've gotten our first hour done. Sanjar.
Thank you again for retrieving the bolt. It's every bit as complex as I'd heard, but I'm up to the challenge. Anyway, what can I do for you?
I found a data cartridge with details of UDL's secret experiments.
Excellent timing on your part. I worked my fingers to nubs, but I finally completed the Bolt 52 form. I dare say it will be my second greatest achievement after the Reformations.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
So I am. Do you have this cartridge?
Reformations? What are you gonna reformat everyone's files?
That's just cruel and inefficient. I'm working on a plan to reorganize the board. Slowly, peacefully, and with meticulous documentation.
You are? You could do a lot of good around here, you know. Don't go getting my hopes up.
But that's entirely the point. We've got to hope. We have got to partake once more of the full resources and opportunities of Halcyon.
What about the folks out in the wilderness? Amber Heights, Fallbrook. Will you share with them, or will you hoard those resources here?
My sincerest hope is for MSI to become a model for all of Halcyon. But we must start somewhere. But truly, I am getting ahead of myself. First, I need to submit the Bolt 52. With that data you're holding, of course.
Here you go.
I knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof we need. The board will have to welcome us back now. I'll transmit this data along with the completed Bolt 52 right away. After that, we'll sit back and quietly wait for the board to respond.
That means no more broadcasts from us.
Okay. I gotta go. Head off to Devil's Peak. Broker.
Do you hear that? It's the blessed sound of radio silence, which leads me to believe you have sweet, sweet news for me.
MSI and the Iconoclasts are no longer transmitting. Is the data ready?
Yes, indeed. I am back in business. But before we get down to it, might I ask how you handled the problem? In the end?
Does it matter? Job's done.
Is that so?
I helped both MSI and the Iconoclast get what they wanted.
I don't know how. The two are diametrically opposed and impossible to please. But it matters not how you fixed my problem, only that you did.
Everyone has a price.
I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser, and to the purchaser alone. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver, so I can input the needed adjustments.
Okay. Fine. Tell me how to fix it.
It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz outside and throw the lever to cycle the power. I'll key in the numerical adjustments from in here.
Except it needs 3 keys before it'll activate, and I have to go find them, right?
Eternal, no. What is wrong with you? Who would ever design something like that? However, you're welcome to brew me a Rizzo Insta-Coffee from the staff kitchen on your way back. Just step outside, flip the switch, depart forever. Understood? Good. Marvelous. We're in agreement.
This is why I stopped helping out around here, you know. It's always throw this lever, shoot that marauder, save my life. Just one thing after another with you.
We're almost done. Let's finish this.
Got it.
Terrific. I'll be here, waiting with bated breath. Give a shout if the panel electrocutes you.
I will just steal those bits, because you owe me something. Well. Yay!
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Sweet stars. But that is a beautiful sound. Can you hear me? We are a go for broadcast.
Woo!
Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it. Now I'll kindly thank you to get out of my tower.
Happily. Do it, I won't bother you again.
Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly exterior, but
Main story progress.
I have
Main
grown
story
rather
progress.
fond of you. As Nyoka can attest, I do not form attachments with many. Do take care.
Why, he told us to leave without flinging insults at our persons. He really does like you, Captain. What in the void-blasted hell is that?
A crashing spaceship, I would say.
Black holes. Did you see that?
Yep.
Looks like a UDL ship. Based on the gunnery attachments, I guess it's one of the board's blockade enforcers, but don't cite me on that. Oh well, a pity for the crew, but I can't see how it affects me.
Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that?
Architect saved me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI or did MSI not cease broadcasting?
Yes, but... Hiram, are you there?
Ah, it's a reunion. Group hug.
Not without a physical contact waiver. The good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We need only collect its weapons. Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your own toes off.
You're acting like children.
Par for the course, really. You should do like I did. Get out while you still retain a shred of sanity.
We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Help us secure that module and we will save our colony.
Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do, so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my void damn channel. I'm more than finished with you lot.
Well, we get to make our decision now. Yeah, we get to make our decision now. Help the Iconoclasts, because screw the corpos. And the Iconoclasts are actually pretty well set up right now. Like the... Yeah, no, we're not taking part in this battle. Like the anti-corpos are actually reasonably well set up on this planet as compared to the last time we were dealing between corpo and anti-corpo interests. Last time, I think that it was anti-human to go with the anti-corpo path, but here they have a perfectly good. Monteplier.
Don't mess with us.
I'll take the Adreno, yeah. I got a backpack. 250 meters. Like, not that I think that Mr. Iconoclast himself is that much better than, like, not that I think that he has it all together, but we're playing anti-corpo when we can. Wow.
Everyone all right?
And my inventory is full. Okay. And keep going. Take me some ammo.
Incoming! Our skills are unrivaled.
Yeah, I just have a really good gun. 'Tis true. I didn't actually need that meat, that Raptidon meat.
You go on ahead, Captain. I'm not keen on ships, even when they're in the best of shape.
I'll stay here as well, to keep an eye out for any...
Okay. Run diagnostics. Interesting.
Hello, my name's Jen. I'm the chief engineer on this gunship, and I'd like to let the record show that our captain is a total fucking hullhead. I told him again and again that without fixing our regulators, spinning up the engines are going to blow through our coils and we'll go flying off in a completely random direction. Well, here we are. Thinking we'll hit soil in about 30 seconds. This is your chief engineer signing off for what is probably the last time. It's a shame you can't see this middle finger I'm holding up, because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Yikes. Big yikes there. Okay, well, we now get to make our decision. And I think that decision is pretty obvious. We help the Iconoclasts. We cannot fast travel while near hostiles.
Incoming!
Oh.
Don't mess with us.
Amber Heights, yes, please. All seems pretty dang just fine over here.
Captain, we should chat.
Okay.
Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden.
Okay.
Let's be frank here. He's an unhinged charlatan.
You're not wrong, but get the hell off your high horse, preacher. This ain't exactly easy for me. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the Iconoclast surviving is we depose him.
And you run it in his stead?
Yeah. Hell, most of our people listen to me already.
Iconoclasts may take your orders, but most of them believe in him and his teachings.
Sometimes you gotta do what's best for someone, even if they think you're wrong. Even if it's painful. When we're in Stellar Bay, they'll come around.
And what's next? What'll you do when you're in charge?
Take Stellar Bay. Lick our wounds. Eventually, figure out how the hell we're going to spread the word to the rest of the colony.
Fair enough.
I'm going to confront him. Can I count on your support?
Yeah. Let's go talk to him.
Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Sora. Time to save Monarch.
I think this is the best outcome, honestly. Let's go to our least dangerous weapon.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats.
Stand down, Graham.
Stand down? I'm afraid I don't understand, Captain.
You're running the Iconoclasts into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the eternal path. It's time to step down.
The troops? Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
I just think she'll be the better leader.
How can you say that, after all I've done for the Iconoclasts? They wouldn't be here without me. I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No.
You ran. You needed a clear conscience, so you ran.
I escaped the corruption of the endless cycle of corporate greed. Yes, I ran from that. But now I'm ready to face it once more. I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the Iconoclasts so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
That isn't necessary.
Please. Don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
Here they come.
Well, Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the Iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, it's especially wrong. You've got the... Void help me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it?
Targeting module. Here, let's finish this.
Glad to have you on our side, Captain. I'll need a moment to prepare before I send the troops out. I'm sure you'll see them on the road. Good luck.
Okay. I don't love this fact, but I think that it is for the best. I think that Sanjar is an idealist, and I don't think that what he has, what we gave him, is actually enough to cause any real change. Yeah, I don't think what we gave him was enough to cause any real change on the board. So here we are, you know? Taking out MSI because it's for the best. So it goes. Thing is, there's going to be a war here no matter what the decision was. There wasn't a way for me to save people. This was gonna go down whether I was a part of it or not. I'm just picking the victor. And I do mean it here when I say I'm picking the victor. Yeesh.
Here we go.
And the thing is, war isn't pretty, but I don't, looking at how this went, I'm not certain that there was a way to get through this without... Oh, that was an Iconoclast, wasn't it? Yep, no, I made a mistake. Sorry. I'm not absolutely certain that this is the best final outcome. But I think that it's as close as I was gonna get. Thing is, this is a corporatist world. Or a corporatist, yeah, this world is this is a place that is completely corporatist, and so dealing with that fact, you know, playing anti-corporatist is not ever gonna be pretty. It can't be pretty. But yeah, it's like it's just a fact of the matter. There's not when the way you're playing is when your goal is essentially to change the way of life of everyone in the entire
Big mistake.
solar system, essentially.
Excellent hit. It seems the undeserving do win on occasion. I'm sure the system will rebalance itself in time.
The Iconoclasts are good people, but giving them reign over the entire region, well, glad I don't live here.
What was that?
Incoming!
Don't mess with us!
And, you know, based on what they're saying, yeah, I totally get where they're coming from. But I think it's the better I think that it's an acceptable answer for anti-corporatist position.
We've done it. We're it. We are Monarch now. Halcyon isn't gonna know what hit them. I wish Graham were here to see this.
So what now?
We need to lick our wounds. Settle in. Meditate.
And what's next for the Iconoclasts, though?
I'm not sure. A lot of resting. At some point, we'll figure out how we're going to spread the word to the rest of the colony. That's a ways off yet.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you, Captain.
The right man in the wrong place can make a world of difference. Or I suppose you could also say it, the wrong man in the right place. And there we go. Oh, it teleports you us there. Okay. Cool. Extended mag. And so, we're done with Monarch.
We arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Congratulations, Ada.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain.
Congratulations.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting.
Sorry, got distracted. You make it sound so simple.
Oh, I understand it must seem impossible to you. Infiltrate Byzantium, the crown jewel of the colony, steal a batch of rare chemicals from a heavily guarded estate. In order to do the impossible, you must first divide it into a series of smaller, less impossible tasks.
So what's the plan?
Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require.
Okay.
I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find.
Okay. Find Carmen Imagawa. Steal chemicals. Got it. Sisty pig. Okay. Well. What to do next? Really have half a mind to just, let's head to Byzantium. But, you know, I have half a mind to call it to
I understand we have decided to continue supporting the outlaw scientist, Dr. Phineas Wells.
Yeah, it seems that way. Let's go ahead and go to Byzantium. Terra 2! To Byzantium. Yay!
Captain, I'm receiving an urgent docking request from another vessel.
Greetings from the Halcyon Parcel Service. Delivery is guaranteed within standard margins of certainty. I've got a special delivery for Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. With your permission, I'll see it transferred to your ship.
Sends it over.
With alacrity. Stand by, Captain Hawthorne. An HPS certified distribution technician has deposited the parcel into your cargo hold in accordance with hazardous waste disposal procedures.
They did what?
They dispensed 3 complimentary spritzes of Anti-Cleo's Citrus Squirt Air Freshener. That's the HPS touch for you, Captain Hawthorne. On behalf of HPS, I'd like to remind you that HPS is not responsible for any damage, defacement, or unseemliness to your parcel. Thank you for your patience, and please remember HPS for all of your future parcel-related needs.
Sure thing.
I've done plenty of smuggling runs, but this thing with the chemicals is bold.
Oh, it's right there.
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching. There's a whole research compound left of the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why. But something dangerous is closer to me. Got the job through one Minnie Ambrose. Top runger who just came into some money was offering a hefty bit card for qualified help. Trust me, her money's good. Talk to Minnie. Take the job. If I ain't gonna live to see the payday, might as well be you. Consider us even, old pal.
Huh.
Well, that fellow certainly seemed trustworthy.
I've gotten jobs from some unusual sources, but this is a first. Congratulations, Captain.
I don't mean to sound prim, Captain, but there's gotta be a better way to ask someone to do you a favor.
I just want to say, we gotta take this job. This is the closest I ever been to starring in a serial drama. Only thing we're missing is a couple cameras and a soundtrack.
At least this won't be boring.
Ada, what the hell's going on?
Lucky Montoya owed Captain Hawthorne a considerable debt. I believe this is what humans refer to as payback. Captain, the message contains landing coordinates for a small asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. It was recently registered to a Wilhelmina Ambrose.
Are we going to talk about the severed arm on the kitchen table?
Now, I, for one, was hoping to do the exact opposite of that.
What? Do you want to shake its hand?
Yeah, can we talk about the arm? I want to take bets on how the guy lost it. My money's on cannibals.
That ain't really that fella's arm, right? It's gotta be a dummy. Or a toy?
Well, I'm not cleaning it up.
Cleanup service request processed. Disposal of human arm from the Unreliable's cargo hold will commence in the immediate future.
Simulating disgust. How distasteful. Humans eat there. I'm not touching it. Etc. Lucky Montoya had a statistically significant tendency to encounter situations of extreme danger.
Oh, really? I thought he lost his arm gambling.
He was also the 4th best paid freelancer in the system.
Only the 4th?
There are several hundred freelancers operating in Halcyon. Considering the numbers, Mr. Montoya ranked among the top percentile. This had less correlation with his measured aptitudes, which rank at or below average, than with a pattern of fortunate circumstances.
Interesting. You mean luck?
Luck does not exist, Captain. Nevertheless, I am programmed to agree with your assessment. I have transferred the coordinates for Ambrose Manor to your navigation terminal. We can travel there when you are ready.
Okay. Well, that was exciting. You gonna take care of that, Sam? I thought you said you were gonna take care of it. Yeah, you...
This room could do with a good sterilization pass.
Yeah, it certainly could. Well... This is DLC. This is DLC. This is not main story. So similar to the murder on Eridanos, this is DLC and we do not have to do it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this until the end of the game, and if we think we want to, if we're still interested, like we still are, if we're still enjoying the game, once we've finished the main story, we'll come back and do this DLC then. But if not, then we just won't do it, because I don't really want to get, I don't want to do another Eridanos. Now that Zora's in charge, the Iconoclasts have a fighting chance of surviving and spreading from Monarch. Congratulations, Explorer. You reached the center of the purple... Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Still means to Byzantine. Which, hey, look, we're at Byzantine. We're going to take Parvati. And... Vicar Max.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone.
Yeah, Phineas sent me.
Shh. No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
Let's get this over with. You have information for me?
Yeah. You're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded.
Okay. Looks like I've got looks like I've got a lot of work to do. Okay. Quite exciting indeed. We've come a long way, haven't we?
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Oh, trust me.
Nothing wrong with stability.
Something exciting's gonna be happening here soon.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to be famous? Kid, you got presence. Natural magnetism. Know what I mean?
I like where this is going.
Tell you what, you're gonna like it a whole lot more once we start talking bits. Listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation?
Does working for a mad scientist count?
A mad scientist? Guy sounds like he's moonlighting. Here's some free advice. If you want to make it in this business, you gotta work with professionals. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid.
Ah, the favored mindless entertainment of the unwashed masses.
Hey, thousands of viewers and millions of bits can't be wrong.
Just tell me what you're offering.
I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star. And I think you got the chops.
Really?
Ah! Captain! You're gonna be in pictures!
Already got an entourage, huh? Way to get ahead of the game. So what do you say? You ready for the chance of a lifetime?
I'm in.
Terrific. We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator. You're going all the way to the top, baby.
Okay.
Auntie Cleo's level head. Feeling a little off balance? You need a level head.
It really does gleam like spit-shine gold.
You think I'd get arrested if I climbed up on that to get a look at the gearings?
Probably. Let's go ahead and clear out our inventory. Anything interesting? 700 damage per second's pretty good. Oh, look, a SAM unit.
What's gone into Bachmeyer lately?
Now that he's posted at the HHC, he's too good for the rest of us grunts.
Maybe we lose.
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets, revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report. profits are soaring. Promotions abound. Thanks to your continued hard work,
Yay!
Halcyon is healthier and more productive than ever.
Okay, fine. I will stop. I won't try to do that. I won't try to do jumpy puzzles to get to where we were looking to go.
I can't wait to share what's in store. For now, my friends, keep up the hard work.
Best find this week. Go.
Do 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 do. Can't say I like this place.
Or could each of these homes fit all of Edgewater inside? Cannery and
Restricted
all.
access. Who do we need access for?
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics.
I'm here for Minister Clark.
That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS.
Was the minister expecting a delivery?
Minister Clark's a private man, and you're asking too many questions.
Farewell. Okay. That all being said,
Out with it, you wretched contraption! Does nothing in this city work anymore? I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here.
okay. It's probably just about time to call it a day. It's a little short, but I think that we're hitting a point where it makes sense to hold off until next week. So, you know. Next week, more main story progress. But until then, sports story on Friday, cover tonight, and this game in a week. So, thanks for watching. I don't know. I'm not super excited about the game, which is one of the reasons why I'm not pushing to get to go through that DLC. So, until next time, thank you for watching, and goodbye.